Every scratch tells a story, and now you've got the tools to forge your own narrative. Introducing chipping brushes from the Army Painter. Engineered with durable foam tips and ergonomic handles, these brushes deliver controlled, realistic wear and tear to your miniatures, vehicles, and terrain.
If you've been following along to some of the tutorials over the past several years, Thomas and I both use a lot of sponges for chipping. It's one of the approaches that we take to add realistic dimension and contrast and to pick out details, especially when we're doing army painting on armor. Chipping brush can do much more than that. You can use it for stippling effects and other types of techniques if you really play with it. And what I really love about these brushes is that they come with the same generic shape in multiple sizes, and you can take the brush and you can pick and pull a way to find the exact shape that you need to create the pattern or the effect that you want. They're affordable enough that, inevitably they're going to get damaged and dried up paint on them, and that's totally okay. You can cut some of it off, you can rip it up, and then you can go replace them pretty affordably from your local game store or at thearmypainter.com. One of the most inspirational things, about working with Thomas over the past couple of years is that he has painted armies in weekends and sometimes in less than 2 days. I think he has a Necron army that he brought to Belgium for the WTC a couple years ago that he painted in less than 48 hours, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And one of the key elements, one of the key techniques that he utilized to paint that model to such a high level so fast and effectively was using sponges. And that's when we started to pursue possibly bringing in sponge brushes to the marketplace. Chipping brushes aren't just for chipping and weathering. If you watch some of the videos that factory team member Metters does from Metters Miniatures, he uses sponges for building up layers, almost like a stippling effect. So you can pull off, in combination with other tools and techniques, some really cool effects that are much easier to achieve than standard layering. So it makes creating higher end looking miniatures much easier when you're pressed for time. So these chipping brushes give you just another option to achieve really cool effects on your miniature, build up some depth, contrast, and even some texture, which can make your miniatures really visually interesting and fun. Now, if you're a hobbyist who's doing a little bit of everything, RPG, terrain, war games, miniatures, you gotta have the chipping brushes because they're so versatile. You can use them to add the chipping, the weathering that you want to your miniatures. Very simple, great for basing. If you're a wargamer and you're trying to get a miniature or an army done really, really fast, instead of edge highlighting and taking hours, edge highlighting your miniatures, all of the panels and shoulder trim, etc., just use a chipping brush, go lightly, be as neat as you can at first. You can always build up more. Now, if you're a dedicated painter, somebody who is putting showcase pieces into cabinets, you could still find a lot of utility in these brushes. Again, they're so versatile. You can reshape the foam however you want to suit your needs. I think that we're gonna see a lot of different techniques develop after these, make their way into the marketplace. More than anything, I'm excited to see our customers and fellow hobbyists experiment and see what they can create and develop techniques, concepts, and finished pieces with these chipping brushes down the road.